Okay, good morning. This is Colin Simmons calling you from Birmingham in the United Kingdom. It's my pleasure here on a Monday morning to jump online and really just have a quick chat about a company called 50/50 crowdfunding. It's something that I saw myself only 3 weeks ago. So I'm very, very new myself. My background, I've got 30 years of experience at multi-level marketing. I've also had experience in a traditional business. I used to run a security company supplying doormen up and down the UK. That's very stressful. I like the idea of multi-level, the idea of working for myself. Over the 30 years, I've done all sorts of stuff online. I try my best to create that passive income that we're all looking for. I've had some successes and I've had definitely some failures when it comes to multi-level marketing. I found that, yes, I had the ability to work hard, but it's finding people that could also do that. That's what I found difficult in traditional multi-level marketing. And bottom line is I will happily say that the majority of people in multi-level marketing actually don't make any money. That's just a fact. But in 2018, with the technology we have today, things have moved forward. There's definitely no need to be stuck in a system that really doesn't work for the masses. What I have seen here with 50/50, which I'll explain now, is we have a system that works for about 70% of people will receive at least one donation. Now, one donation is receiving 50% back on what you actually donated in the first place. And when I look at traditional MLM, if anybody here is in traditional MLM, look at how much you currently earn per month with that company, whichever company it is. Look at how much work you have to put in to actually achieve that payment. And what I would say to you is you have an open mind and look at what we have here today that's going on with 50/50, because it just does open up everything. All right, so what I'm going to plan to do now is I will share my screen and I'll do a quick presentation just showing some of the basics of 50/50 and how it all works. So, before I do that, hold on, cancel that. Hold on, mute all. Okay. Okay, hopefully you can see my screen. Could somebody unmute their mic and just tell me you can see the screen and then mute your mic again?
All good.
Okay, all good, yeah.
Thank you. Right, okay. Okay, it's only a handful of slides. It's very, very simple. Okay, welcome everybody to 50/50 crowdfunding. A second. Right. What is it? Well, 50/50 crowdfunding is the world's first crowdfunding system that allows you to receive half of everything that happens in your donation center forever. Now, I'll explain what a donation center is as we move along. But the whole idea is that you will earn 50% of everything that happens within your donation center. And it's based on the world's famous Mobius loop, which I want to go into in a bit more depth today, hopefully to help everybody get a better understanding of that, which is quite simply a 2x2 follow me donation center. It's probably the most successful one in history. The beauty of this 2x2 follow me donation center is that it provides support for everybody. Whether you're a seasoned recruiter, you're able to speak to lots of people, or you're a person that actually struggles to find people, you'll still manage to get support from above you or support from below you. And that can happen seconds after registering. It's a very, very instant system that we've got here. Now, as I've said earlier, my experience of 30 years of multi-level, and especially recently in the crypto space, I found myself having to trust companies. I found myself having to give the company my money. The company, whichever company it is, would then promise me that they would do something with my money and return my money plus profit. And that is a great model, providing you can trust the company. That's providing that company has good management, he doesn't make mistakes. Because what happens is that, or that they're not out to just steal your money straight off. But what does happen is that they end up closing down, disappearing with my money. And I decided a long time ago that I cannot give my money to a company again. It has to be peer-to-peer, which is what 50-50 is, or person-to-person. By that, it means that I pay somebody directly, people pay me directly. That money stays in my bank account, my PayPal account, my Bitcoin wallet. I'm in complete control. Now, with 50-50 crowdfunding, 100% of the donations that I send to somebody else goes to that person. 100% of the donations that I receive come straight back to me. The company makes nothing from the donations that I receive. So the question is, well, why would the company do this? How do they make their money? Well, firstly, they provide us with an easy to navigate dashboard, a website. From that website, I can see everything that I need to see. I can see who's going to donate to me. I can see who I need to donate to. I can even see their reason that they are fundraising if they put it in the back office. Now, the company will charge us $29 every 6 months to use their website. So that, to me, is a fantastic green flag. $29 every 6 months. That means if this company was to go down tomorrow for bad management or whatever the reason might be, my money would stay in my bank account, my PayPal account, or my Bitcoin wallet. All I would lose is that $29, no matter what level I've reached within this system. So what is this system? The simpler it is, the easier it is to duplicate. Now, this is a very, very simple system. You register first of all, which would cost you $29, and then you become an active donor. An active donor is somebody that donates funds to 2 people. The lowest level, I'll explain straight away, is $250. So you would donate $250 to 2 people. So it's $125 to each person. Once you've done, and you say, well, who do I do that to? You get told who to do that to in the back office. Once you've done that, you are classed as an active donor. That's step 1. Step 2, now you're looking to help 2 people become active donors. So 2 people that you personally know will register the same as you did, and they will become active donors themselves. So they will donate $250 to 2 people. One of them actually would be you. One would be somebody else. Now again, the third and final step is to help your 2 people get 2 people. So your 2 people find 2 active donors. Once that is done, as you can see is number 1 and number 2, they find their 2 people. Once that is completed, you have a completed donation center. It is as simple as that. Nothing more complicated than that. Now, as I said before, you would earn 50% of all the donations that happen in that small 2x2 system I just showed you there. The nice thing about 50-50 is we have 5 different donation levels. They start at $250. Then there's a $500 level, there's a $1,000, $2,000, and a $4,000 level. Now, the nice thing about this is that the donations you receive, once you start even at the lowest level, $250, would provide you with the funds to go into the second level, the 500 level. So I'll demonstrate that for you now. So you start at the $250 level, you donate to 2 people, $125. That then means you're entitled to receive donations from 6 people in your small 2x2 matrix of $125. Once that's completed, you would have received into your PayPal account, your bank account, or your Bitcoin wallet, $750. Now, with that $750 in your bank account, so you don't have to withdraw it anywhere. It's actually, you actually have it. You can either spend it anywhere you want, or the smart thing to do was think, well, I can do that again. You spend $250 again to go straight back into level 1 again, and to do that again. That would leave you $500. And the smart thing with that $500 is to actually say, right, I want to go up to level 2. So with that $500, I will split it. I'll put $250. I will donate $250 to one person, and I'll donate $250 to another person. You are now active on level 2 and eligible to receive 6 donations of $250. Now that's a total of $1,500. Right, now this is not out of pocket. In fact, out of pocket, you only spent $250 when you first started. The rest is done from the donations that you receive. So now it becomes accessible to more people, because you haven't got to find $1,000, $2,000, or $4,000. You just go up step by step. So when you've got $1,500, you can do the same thing again. You have enough to go into level 3, then level 4, and then level 5. At level 5 is the highest level. It's a $4,000 level. You're looking to receive 6 donations of $2,000. That's $12,000. Now this can happen very quickly. It doesn't have to happen quickly, but it can happen very quickly. Personally, I've only been around this myself for 3 weeks. I'm currently at level 4. I'm on the $2,000 level. I personally only started on the level 1 at the $250 level. What I'm learning now is that people that understand this very quickly start at least at level 3 straight off. So they'll spend the $1,000, the $500, and the $250 right at the very beginning, because they can see the benefit of receiving donations of $500, $250, and $125. I'm not trying to twist anybody's arm here. It's very good just to start at level 1. There's nothing wrong with that at all. If somebody has the capacity to start higher, they'll want the rewards to come in quicker, then the option is there for them as well. Now this is a quick diagram to show you how the money flows, to give you a better understanding. So there you are. You've introduced your first person. The first person that you've introduced will donate $125 to you, as he's told in the back office. And the other half is $250. The other $125 will go to somebody above you. Your number 2 person will do the same thing. They would donate $125 to you, and $125 will go to somebody above you. Both number 1 and number 2 are now classed as active donors. They have both donated within the system. They are now eligible to receive donations from levels 3, 4, 5, and 6 in this example. So your first person, number 1, will receive his first donation from number 3, which would be $125. And the other half of that donation will go up to you, so $125 to you. Number 2 has got his first person in, who will send him $125, and the second half of that would go to you. Number 6 would be the same, $125 and $125 to you. Number 4 will donate to number 1, and $125 will go to you. Now that is a completed donation center. You've received 6 donations of $750. That is it. Now the beauty of the Mobius loop means that you've completed your 2x2 matrix. You are then eligible to do the whole thing again. And the Mobius loop will then start you off again right underneath somebody else that's just started, more than likely. You end up going underneath somebody else. And that's the beauty of this system. So it's not a case of a few people at the top are making all the money, because every single time you start a new cycle, you end up underneath somebody else, which means you are then supporting that new person that you might not even know. So that new person who may not have only just started will receive a donation from you of $125. Now, obviously, in this situation, you've earned $750. You spend $250 to do this again on this level, and it would make sense to spend $500 to go up to the next level and do it again on the $500 level. Very, very simple. So, next one. Come on. 1 second. Okay. I'm just going to stop sharing the screen. Wait, give me a second. Oh, technical error here. Hang on. Bear with me. Technical error. Can't get off the screen for some reason. Okay, I'll still try and get off the screen. While I'm here, I'm open now for questions and answers. It's a very, very simple system. So if you'd like to unmute your mic, anybody's got a question, please ask away. If you don't want to talk, please put it in the chat. And hopefully in a second I'll be able to see the chat. Or if
Colin,
somebody else can read out the chat, that'll be good as well.
Colin, I've got a question.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead, Darryl.
Right, okay, just listening to that. So you do your first lot and you get 750.
Yep.
And you put 250 back into a new 250, level 1.
Yep.
And you put 500 into the next level, 500. Get that?
Yep.
Yeah. So then when you get to the next one and you get 1,500.
Yep.
I don't understand the maths, because do you then go back into level 1 and level 2?
Okay.
Before you go into level 4, because you haven't got enough money.
Okay. The level 1, where you've just started at 250 again, that will actually pay you another 750 when that one fills. So
of course, they'll be running concurrently, won't they?
They all run independently.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So you'll earn 750 on level 1. And when that finishes,
that as well. Yeah.
So when that finishes, you would have earned $750 on that one again. So then you spend another 250, and you keep 500 on the next level up. You know, as you saw, you earn 1,500. When that completes, you put 500 straight back in, and you got 1,000 left. So with that 1,000, you could use that on level 3.
Yeah, I couldn't see where the other money was coming from, but that's coming on. It's coming along as well underneath it, all that. Yes,
that's it.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure others have got the same.
Yeah. Colin, can you hear me? Yeah.
I can hear you, mate. I can hear you.
Yeah. Just try escape on your PC. See if this screen.
Oh yeah, I've tried that already, mate.
Okay. No more. No problem.
No problem. Any questions? Actually, if you're on there, mate, is there anybody written any questions down? You can answer.
No, not at all. Nothing. Nobody's asking any questions.
Okay.
I had a question last night. Was if somebody joined, didn't introduce anyone, what would happen then?
Okay, that's a great question, because this is a very, very simple system. There's only 3 steps. There's only three things that we need to do in this business. We give, we donate, first of all. We share, so we tell other people about this, and we will receive. If we do all those 3 things, this works. Now, what happens is that people will want to join and they don't want to give. So they don't want to give, they don't want to donate, and then they might not even want to share it with anybody, but they want to receive. Now, in my eyes, you shouldn't be receiving if you're not willing to donate and you're not willing to share. But the system is so fair that you actually could, well, actually, no, you do need to donate, first of all. Even if you don't share it with anybody, you may well still receive donations if you're lucky enough to have somebody above you that's busy. So the company will let you receive a total of $750 from the first matrix, and you can keep that, but they won't let you do it again. So if you haven't introduced 2 people, by the time you've received $750, you can't just go into another cycle and do it all again. So the bottom line is, if you look at traditional multi-level marketing, it'll take a lot for somebody to earn $750. It really, really would. So when you have a business like this, it is a case of sharing it. Let people see what's actually going on here. The whole idea of crowdfunding as well, I mean, the main question people will ask you is the legality of crowdfunding. Is it legal? Now, my colleague, Duncan Wood, is the person that told me about this. When he first saw this, in his eyes, it was legal, totally legal, but he wanted real proof. So he spoke to his friend who is a solicitor or a lawyer and asked him, do you know about crowdfunding? Can you look at this and tell me if this is legal across the globe? Because I'm getting people telling me it's not legal. So his solicitor said to him, well, Duncan, what type of crowdfunding is it? Because there are different types, which most people don't actually know. And Duncan explained, this is peer-to-peer or person-to-person. And his friend said, well, actually, that is totally legal across the globe, but I will go away and I'll get you the documentation to prove that to you. And that's exactly what he did. He came back with the documentation, which we have in our Facebook group. We have the documentation that will show you that crowdfunding, peer-to-peer, is legal across the globe. So that was great peace of mind. So when people do say to you, oh, it's not legal, well, yes, it is legal. And when people say to you, oh, well, hang on, it's only the people at the top in this 2x2 matrix that are going to make all the money. And then the company's going to disappear and you're going to lose all your money. Well, no, you're not, because the company only have $29 of your money. That's the first thing. And secondly, because of the Mobius loop, every time you cycle, anybody cycles, they go back into the system underneath somebody else. It just loops around. So it's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely fair for everybody. That's the main two questions. Another question that I get, which you may get when you talk to people, is they'll say, oh, well, it's a Ponzi because there's no product. I say, what is the product? Well, the product actually is the movement of money. All right, we've got 10 minutes left. The product is the movement of money. The product is actually fundraising. The product is crowdfunding. Even Facebook allows you to fundraise, to crowdfund for your own personal reason. If you're on Facebook and you get, after this call, just go into the search engine on Facebook and type the word fundraisers, and you'll see that you're able to fundraise on Facebook all across the globe legally. But obviously, Facebook will take a small cut of your donations that you're receiving. That's how they make their money. There's also companies like GoFundMe, well-established crowdfunding company across the globe. So crowdfunding is most definitely legal. It's just that it's very, very new when a company like 50/50 comes around like this. Oh, 50/50 buy. This 50/50 system is only just over a month old, a month and a few days old. Now, the CEO has a previous fundraising opportunity that he's been running. That's been running for 16 years. That is still running today. That one has 670,000 members across the globe. It's paid out over $1 billion in donations, and it's still paying out today. Now, the CEO, who's called David Rosen, on camera has said that this opportunity we have today will be 10 times stronger than his first original one. The reason being is that we have communication of the Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, all sorts of ways of communicating in 2018. It's a whole lot faster, and he's introduced these different levels so we can get bigger donations coming in. So everybody that's seen this today in 2018, I've seen this in its very, very early stages. So you do have a huge advantage. People will still make money in a year or 10 years' time with this. But obviously, time has passed, so we would have made that money in that time that we've been involved. So those are really the main questions. Anybody else have any other questions? Anything not clear? Anything on there, Sean? Because I can't see.
I've got another question.
Go for it, please, go for it.
Sorry, just for a question. Okay, it's just clarity, really. Now, I know I've asked this question before.
Go for it.
You're in your level 1.
Yep.
And you're trying to bring 2 in. You really are trying. You're not just sitting there not trying.
Yep.
But you can't get them to commit, either financial at the moment, can't do it just yet, or one thing or another. And your matrix fills up. Will it fill? It could potentially fill up.
Yep, absolutely, you could, yes,
and,
yeah.
And you haven't got your 2 in yet.
Absolutely, it happens.
And then you want to go into your next level 1 and 2 again.
Yep.
But so can you go into your new level 250 and then still try and get your 2 in there?
No, you can't.
So how do you get your 2? What happens then if you finally get your 2? Where do they go? What happens?
Well, if you get your 2, great. You just continue with a whole new cycle.
Yeah.
If you don't get your 2, worst case scenario is you just receive $750 in donations.
And you can sit there until you get your 2 if you want to. You can still keep trying.
Yes, actually, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And then when you get your 2, is that when you can then open your level 1 again?
Yes, that's correct. That is correct.
So you've got to get them signed up before you can open your level 1 again.
Absolutely.
But where are they going to go if you haven't signed into it?
Say again?
If you haven't actually opened up your next level 1.
Oh, no, it'll open automatically for you.
Oh,
it'll open once you sign up 2 people.
No. Yeah. Oh, I see. It'll be simultaneous.
Yeah, it happens automatically.
But how do I know that they've signed up and I can pay my money?
Because you'll get an email telling you that you need to donate again.
Oh, okay.
done
All works
automatically.
seamlessly, does it?
This actually happened for me and Duncan. When I first cycled on the end of my first day, I didn't even realise that I'd cycled, that I'd finished, I'd earned 750 in my first day. And then Duncan called me up and said, Colin, have you just gone to re-enter again? Because he didn't really understand it either. And I said, I'm out driving, I haven't got a clue. And when we stopped and I had a look, we realised that I'd earned $750 on that first day. The system automatically started me on a new cycle and put me underneath somebody brand new and told me who I needed to donate to. And one of those people was somebody that's just started. So that person had me sitting underneath them. You know, they'd only just joined themselves. I sent them $125. How good was that for that person? Absolutely beautiful.
Okay. So
does that make sense?
It does. So, okay. So you've got your, so say you've got your matrix of 6 and 2 of them you've introduced yourself.
Yep.
And you've got more people coming in. Where do they go?
They'll go. Once you've got 6 full, you start a new matrix straight away. You would have earned $750.
Oh, and they all go in your new matrix?
Oh, yes. And every single person you personally introduce will follow you all the way through the system. That's the beauty of this Mobius loop. And
can I just ask one question again? I've asked it already.
Go for it.
You've got your 250. You've done your first matrix. You're into your level 1 again. And you've opened up level 2. Do you have to qualify every time with 2 people?
You have to qualify
each matrix.
You have to qualify for each level that you want to receive donations from.
Okay, so when you open up your new level 1, you've got to bring another 2 people in.
Well, you could bring 2 more people in, or people from your first level are following you anyway. They will upgrade. They will sooner or later go to level 2 as well. So when they go up to level 2, that's your 2 people. So you could go through from the beginning right to the very end with just 2 people.
Okay. And obviously it's ideal to keep bringing people in, but if you never did, you could still work the system.
That's right, but it makes sense to, this is so nice, it'll make sense, you want to share this with more than 2 people.
Yeah,
you can actually help a lot of people with this.
I'm just thinking, where do you get stuck somewhere along the line and what happens? And so, I mean, it's going to be easier to bring people in once you can validate what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I had somebody ask me the question, came back to me saying, oh yeah, I've looked at these crowdfunding things. They don't work, they'll go stagnant, and you have to keep recruiting people all the time.
Okay. Get them on the call. We'll hopefully
I'm trying. I tried to get on this one, but I'm trying.
No problem. Okay, we've got 2 minutes left. Any other questions from anybody else? Or Darryl, if you got another one?
I'm sorry, I just shut up now.
Oh, no, it's fine. You're probably asking what other people are thinking anyway. Anybody else got a question?
There's an independent binary system, is there, that runs alongside it?
There's what?
There's not an independent binary system that
runs no. Binaries don't work.
So everything that you do runs within your own donation centres?
Absolutely.
Okay. Darryl, I know we've only got 2 minutes, but just a thing to keep in mind, which people don't know. For example, if I joined my sponsor at the 250 level, if I wanted to, I could upgrade straight away. But once I've got my, when I've donated twice, that would mean my sponsor would be paying me. Does that make sense?
No.
No? Okay. Colin, can you just explain that quickly, or?
We've got less than a minute left. What did you just say then again? Sorry, mate.
I said, Colin, if I was a 250, start at the 250 level, and my sponsor, who's my sponsor, and if I wanted to upgrade, because I could upgrade to 500, if I upgraded before my sponsor, he would end up paying me.
No. Your 500 would float past your sponsor if he's not at that level, and it'll hit somebody who is at that level.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say is, when my sponsor upgrades, he would possibly be paying me. You know that?
No.
Okay, never mind. Okay.
We'll talk about that later. No, that's going to be technical, but
okay, no problem. No problem.
Okay,
I'll part that one if I may. It's too difficult at the moment.
Just keep it simple. Just remember, you need to donate when you join. You need to share this with as many people as you can, because it is it'll help everybody. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. And lastly, you'll receive. We donate, we share, and we receive. Simple as that.
Okay, that's going to cut off very shortly. Hello,
Okay,
Niall.
guys, we've got a big call this evening. Big call this evening, 8 p.m. UK time, with one of the highest earners within 50/50 crowdfunding. So look out for the link. It's on Facebook already. If you're not in the Facebook group, get in touch with whoever it is that's told you about this today. Get yourself in that group. You'll get all the information on what's going on. Thank you, everybody. See you on the call tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Simon, a quick question. Simon, can I ask you something?
Oh, mate, go on. You might get cut off.
Is the site down at the moment?
Sorry?
Is the site down at the moment? I can't get into it. On my phone.
I'm not on it. I've received a payment, by the way, so I think it's on. I've had a commission come through of $250.